Hey everybody, it's Gray again. It's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It is Friday, June the 20th, the last day of spring, the first day of summer. In fact, as I record this right now, there's only about 20 more minutes of springtime left. I'm going to miss the spring. I love springtime. It starts to get warmer, the days are longer, the flowers are out, right? Everybody dance. Lionel Richie's birthday today. Party, caramba, fiesta, whatever. What a song for a Friday and for the first day of summer, right? Yes, that Lionel Richie turned 76 today. Now, there's a guy right there. It seems like he's been around forever, isn't it? Well, really, he was a member of the Commodores. Remember the Commodores back in the 70s? She's a big house. And then he went solo. And he had that big album, Can't Slow Down, which actually won the Grammy for Album of the Year, it was a good album. I mean, it had this song, it had Hello, Running with the Night, but it wasn't as good as Purple Rain, and it beat out Purple Rain that year. Go figure, right? Anyway. Then Lionel Richie kind of went in hibernation for a while. Yeah, I mean, he came out with some more music later in the 80s, Dancing on the Ceiling, Say You, Say Me. Then he kind of went underground a little bit. You didn't hear from Lionel Richie. And then all of a sudden he came out and he started reinventing himself a bit. He did a country album, and then what really brought Lionel Richie back was becoming a judge on American Idol. And I really don't watch American Idol anymore because it's not like it used to be. It's sort of too Disney-ish, if you know what I mean. Once American Idol went to ABC, that was the end of it. It just wasn't as good. And hard to explain. But Lionel Richie is probably my favorite judge out of all of them down because he seems the kindest and the most fair, and he's got the most experience. And plus, Lionel Richie is a real songman, uh, and so he knows what it takes to write a song and be a recording artist. So he's 76 today. God bless you, Lionel Richie, Lionel Richie. We're gonna have a party. Yeah, so the springtime. I'm so sorry to see it go. I love summertime. Now, let's face it. Well, everybody down under, it's wintertime down there, right? Nothing against my friends in Australia, South America, but you can have winter. Keep it down there. Keep winter down there. I love summertime. And but I do like the spring. Coming off of the winter, we got the warmer weather, the flowers, baseball, and it's just spring is my favorite season. I don't like the humidity, and the next week or so here around the Philadelphia area, we're supposed to get like at least 3 days with like 100 degrees and humid too, which is typical summertime Philadelphia kind of weather, humid. So um, to me, I'd rather it be spring or September. September is like my favorite weather month of all now. All right, so while we're listening to Lionel Richie and wishing him a happy birthday, we got to talk about the Phillies because they win again yesterday. The Mets lose again. They are tied in National League East, both with records of 45 and 30. And just so happens that They're playing against each other this weekend at Citizens Bank Park. It's the first time those stinking rotten Mets are back to the bank since they beat the Phillies in the playoffs last year. Feel good, feel good. It's payback time. Paybacks are a bitch, and it is payback time. So, wouldn't it be nice if the Phillies like swept them this weekend? Yeah. I mean, the Mets already have lost, what, 6 in a row? Why not give them 3 more losses to hang on their hat there? Right? Yeah. Zach Wheeler, that vet killer, used to be a vet, is pitching for the Phillies tonight. You know, I have a beef. I get it, Apple TV, the young people, blah, blah, blah. They can afford it, but the game's on Apple TV this week, okay? On Friday. What about older people who like mom and pop kettle? They're there watching the game after they eat supper and they turn on the game. Oh, well, let's watch the Phillies. And they sit down and there's no Phillies on. What the hell? Okay, if you're going to put it on Apple TV, at least give people a choice. What you could watch it on Apple, or you could watch it on the regular Comcast Philadelphia, right? So anyway, what are we gonna do tonight, right? I just listen to it on the radio. But Zach Wheeler goes, he ought to get these weekend off to a good start tonight. I don't even know who the freaking Mets are pitching tonight. They are so messed up as far as their pitching is concerned. Rest of the weekend. Now, tomorrow I'm going to the game. My second game of the year. Great seats right behind home plate. We're going to see that Mick Abel pitch. And he's been pitching very well since he came up from the minor leagues. And the Mets, you got to give it to them. They do have a dangerous lineup with Soto and Alonso and who else do they have on that team? Lindor, that punk. But they are dangerous. They don't have the pitching. That's why I said last week the Mets were up like 5 games over the Phillies, and I wasn't worried. I said the Phillies are going to come back. Why? Because the Phillies have the better starting pitching, and Phillies made up like 5 games in a week. Just so coincides that the Phillies have gotten hot while the Mets have gotten cold, which is great. So, but that's going to be the difference because look at the Phillies are cruising with their starting pitching, and Aaron Nola hasn't pitched for a while. He's probably not going to pitch till after the All-Star break. Andrew Painter, the Phillies' big prospect, isn't even up yet, and yet the Phillies are cruising. Sanchez, Ranger, Wheeler, Luzardo, Nick Abel. I mean, these guys are pitching great. So that's going to be the difference, But it's going to be a big weekend. And you know what usually happens? All those losers from New York, they come down the turnpike and come down for the whole weekend and try to take over the state. Well, it's not going to happen because I'm going to be there tomorrow. It's not going to happen. No, they're not taking over the freaking stadium. The Phillies are going to play well this weekend. Paybacks. They're going to beat the Mets at least 2 out of 3. You heard it here first. And they're not taking over the stadium. They get their butts back up to New York where they belong. So let's see what happens tonight with Zach Wheeler. If the Phillies lose tonight, I may have to go down to the ballpark a little early tomorrow and maybe kick some butt. Go down to the clubhouse, throw a few of these guys up against the wall and say, what the hell? What the hell? So let's see what happens. What else is going on? So other than summertime starting, hey, I got a question for you. Well, speaking of music and stuff, summertime is known for its music, right? there's always the song of the summer, special summer song that you remember that particular summer. Yeah, but what's your favorite summer song? I mean, there's so many of them. I mean, look at the Beach Boys alone. They're practically all their songs are about summertime. Um, I like quite a few of them. I tell you what, I always loved this Seals and Croft song, Summer Breeze. Makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmines in my mind. I love that. And Sinatra, a summer wind can blow it in across the sea. That's a good one. Uh, there's a summer plane. Da, 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 da. Whenever you hear that with the violins and everything, it makes you think of summertime, right? You don't play a summer place around Christmas. No, it's just not right. It's summer music. Hot time in the summertime. Da, 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 hot, da, down summer in the city. Gritty. Anyway, so that's another thing that I like about summertime, the music. There's always a great summer song uh, every summer. So I love it. Hey, before I forget, our patron saint of this fine podcast, there he is, Bud Bud herself. Hey, Bud Bud, we miss you. We love you, Tug Man. Look at him there. Wasn't he a handsome guy? Took after his daddy. Look, you see the resemblance there? Yeah. Anyway, we love you, Bud Bud, and we miss you. Poor little guy. Went across the Rainbow Bridge, is up and down. Doggy, doggy, banging the street. Uh, he's up there. I read a short story. Yes, it's hopefully going to be about collection. I'm trying to, I have 20 short stories published. 20, 20, can you believe it? And I still have about 12 that on the side. And try to get in a collection again. 25. And open one of these agents are publishing the bonds. And I said, yeah, it's good part. But and my other book, the new book called Struggle of Bone, Struggle and Bull, Struggle and Bold, is coming up. It's not coming soon. We're doing the edits and that. And it's been a good story. So basically, it's about what life is like now, one of the oldest people in the world, with us into the system. So, it's a reality. Hopefully, it's going to be an entertaining book to read, but it's also going to be a book for people down the road who may have OI, or there was a family member with OI, friend, and when I'm long gone, when I cross the Rainbow Bridge to that doggy bed in the sky, uh, people will be able to Google this book and find out what it was like to live with this bone disorder. Because there's not much information out there. Since I'm one of the oldest people around, um, usually people with the type of OI that I have, usually the lifespan is about 25 years. So I've like more than like almost triple that. Here I am. So if anybody down the road, if they don't, hopefully they find a cure for OI, but if they don't, you just Google my book, and you're going to find a lot of hope and a lot of positivity there. And it's going to say, you know what? If I could do it, you could do it too, right? You could lead a fairly happy, productive, healthy life. and still have good emotions, right? I have, so uh, so it's one of those things that after I'm gone will kind of outlive me, hopefully, So we'll see what happens. But I'll keep you informed. Hopefully, it's going to come out, hopefully by the end of the year. So we'll see exactly when it does come out. Right? Okay, everybody. Well, listen, enjoy the game tonight. Hopefully, the Phillies get off to a great start tonight for the weekend. Get Zach Wheeler should win tonight. Get the ball rolling, right? Uh, make the Mets play from behind, get an early lead. I always think, no matter what the sport, get an early lead, right? Make the other team chase you. How about that NBA? Huh? Oh, I got to talk about that for a couple minutes. Game 7, Sunday night, Indiana at Oklahoma City. When this finals started about a week ago, people were saying, it's going to suck. No Lakers, no Knicks, no Celtics. It's turned out to be a really, really good finals, a riveting finals. In fact, it's the first game 7 in the finals since 2016. There have only been 4 times in the last 30 years, my friend, when the finals have gone to game 7. So this is sort of a rare occurrence that we're going to be witnessing on Sunday night. And you would think Oklahoma City is going to be favored and should win because they're at home and they're very tough to beat at home. But I don't know. This Indiana team, they might be a team of destiny, Every year there's one team that's sort of a team of fate, the team of destiny that is going to win the whole damn thing, And no matter how much Indiana gets kicked down, they seem to bounce back. And I said, if Indiana survives game 6, which they did last night, they blew the Thunder away. I think they have a pretty good chance of winning game 7. Why? Because they're going into Oklahoma City really with nothing to lose. I mean, Oklahoma City, I think, has all the pressure on them because they're favored. They're playing at home. They were the best team in the NBA the entire season. So Indiana is sort of playing with house money and said, it's a hell of a thing to lose, though, isn't it? I mean, you've come all that way. You've gotten through all these series, up right to the doorstep of a championship, which is so hard to get in any sport. And then you're going to lose and have to start all over again. So, I would say the loser of Sunday night's game, it's going to be pretty tough to come back next year, I mean, knowing that you came so far and you were so close to a championship, only to have it slip away, right? So there's a lot on the line Sunday night. And, the stars always shine. To me, in big games like that, in game 7s, no matter what sport you're talking about, for like the Super Bowl in football, the stars have to shine. And they usually do. So I would say for Oklahoma City, Alexander has to shine. He's got to score his usual 30, 35 points Sunday night. Same way with Indiana. Even though Halliburton is sort of hobbled with that calf injury, he's got to shine. He's got to step it up. I mean, it's game 7, man. Come on, But it should be a hell of a game, though. It really should. So it's like a little extra bonus treat there, in the middle of baseball season, and you got the NBA finals going on, down to game 7. Hey, don't forget next Wednesday, the Sixers pick number 3 in the draft. Who are they going to pick? This is a very big big, my friends, very big. The Sixers cannot screw this up. I mean, how often do you pick that high in the draft? Number 3, they have to get an impact player. They have to start turning it around. Daryl Morey, who's the general manager, I'm not a fan of his. He cannot screw this up. He can't do it. He has got to make the right pick on Wednesday. But that will be interesting. Will it next Wednesday? Will that be the start of the Sixers comeback? We'll see, right? But that will be an interesting thing to monitor. Eagles sort of on a little break now. Next month, training camp starts. So it's not long to go. Think about it. I mean, we're already 2 weeks away. 2 weeks from today is the 4th of July. Can you believe that? Summer goes so fast, doesn't it? Whoa. And you know, once we're by the 4th of July, it zooms really fast. And then training camp starts up. Bye, oh, bye. And then, you know, before you know, you're into the regular season already. And as you know, look, Eagles won the Super Bowl this year. They're the defending champions. And they played the very first game of the new season against the stinking rotten Dallas Cowboys on Thursday Night Football. Can you ask for any better than that? The Eagles are raising the championship banner at the link, and the Cowboys have to sit there and watch the whole thing, and the Eagles get to kick their butts early in the season. Cranky. Oh, God, you can't ask for better. So, as a Philadelphia sports fan, I am like a pig in slop. I'm very happy because we got our Phillies in a pennant race. They're playing the Mets this weekend. Stinking rotten Mets. You've got the NBA Finals on Sunday, and the Sixers picking high in the draft next week. You've got the Eagles on the cusp of defending their world championship. Good time to be alive. I'll tell you that, my friends. Good time to be alive. So, I hope everybody enjoys it. Listen, it's going to be hot and humid weekend. Wherever you are watching me out there, stay cool and stay safe, okay? I think most of the country is supposed to be baking in this heat for the next week or so. So, everybody have a great weekend. Go Phillies tonight. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for watching me. And Phillies, let's get off to a good start tonight. I like first inning. How about jumping out to like a 6-0 lead? Wouldn't that be nice? Do it, Phillies. Don't make me come down there tomorrow night and kick ass. Don't make me do it. Hey, what am I going to eat at the ball game tomorrow? That's the key question. Am I going to get a hot dog or am I going to get a Philly cheesesteak? Am I going to get popcorn or am I going to get a Philly soft pretzel? Am I going to get water ice? Note how I said that. Water ice. Or am I going to get ice cream in one of these little helmet containers with the swirls and the sprinkles all over, you know? What am I going to do? That is the question. I don't even know. All right. Everybody, take care. Thanks for watching. Peace and love. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.